All right, in this session, we're going to be talking about relationships in Salesforce. Sometimes it's also known as data modeling. All right, there are a lot of relationships in Salesforce between two or three or other, or between two entities or objects. All right, so we're going to be discussing those. What is one-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-many relationships? So what does that mean actually in Salesforce? For example, if I go to account, all right, account, all right. So let me open accounts. This account object has, this is an account object, right? It has a relationship with, for example, opportunity object, all right? And lead has a relationship with other objects, right? Contacts have a relationship with accounts object. So everything here that you see, all these tabs represent most of the time an object, and they have relationship with each other, either a direct relationship or indirect relationship. To give you a better idea, let me go to Object Manager, and then from there go to Schema Builder. And here I'm going to show you the relationship between objects. For example, here I have account object selected, and then I believe I have opportunity selected. And if you don't know how to select it, just clear everything. When you land on this page, clear everything. And then search for, click on account, and then search the other object that you want to find. For example, opportunity, and then click it. Once you select those two objects, okay, so once you select those two objects, we have account and opportunity selected, and then click on auto layout so that you could see them both next to each other. And as you can see, there is a line between these two objects and which connects both objects, right? This means in a simple language, it means that they have a relationship. They have a connection between each other. And if you also try other objects, for example, I'm going to try contact, for example, select contact. And also contact is also related. All right, so let me move these things around so that we could see all the objects next to each other. You could also use this scroll down, scroll up in order to navigate to the around the screen. Okay, move this and put them next to each other. Then scroll down a bit. Okay, scroll down a bit. So move this down so that we could see everything next to each other. Zoom in if you want. As you can see, this contact is related to account, account is related to opportunity, and then basically, even though this contact object is not directly related to opportunity, but it is indirectly related to opportunity through this account object. Well, that is what relationship in Salesforce means, okay? It is a foundation. When you build applications in Salesforce, you want to make sure that the relationship between objects is correct, all right? So that's what basically what this relationship means, and data modeling relationship means. There are different type of relationship, as you can see, one-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-many relationships, but we're going to discuss them. All right, we're going to discuss them, and we're going to learn everything about them. So question one is, let's start with one-to-one relationship. The question is, what is one-to-one relationship, and what can be the examples from real life? And the best examples that I can think of is the relationship between car and number plate. Why that is a one-to-one relationship? Well, because one car can have only one number plate, right? One car can have only one number plate. So if I am here, right? So let's say I have one car. All right. So this car will have one number plate. Let's say Texas 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And there will not be, it is not possible for this car to have two numbers, right? So it is always going to have one number plate. Does that make sense? And another example from there, country and capital city, country and capital city. Well, that will also have one-to-one relationship. For example, this is the country, let's say US, capital city is going to be DC, right? Let's do another example. For example, if I have Turkey, the capital city is going to be Ankara, right? For example, that's one-to-one relationship. One country will not have two capital cities. One car will not have two number plates. And another example is, for example, a person will have one SSN number, right? That's also a one-to-one relationship. One person will have one passport number. That's also one-to-one relationship. One person will have one driver license number. All of these are great examples about one-to-one relationship. All right. So in Salesforce, this information, for example, the person information can be stored in one object and social security number can be stored in one object. And then between those objects, there will be a relationship built, and that's going to be one-to-one relationship. How we build that relationship, that's the part of next topic. Okay, so we will be eventually building relationship like this. There will be a line going from one object to another. All right. And here you might create one car object and you might create another object to store about information about number plates. And you could create one object to store information about countries. And you could also create another object to store about capital cities. Okay. So these are the scenarios about one-to-one relationships.